Hey guys, I have been practicing intro for a few times, so let it be. Even if I'm making mistake on this video, I'm going to go for it now because it's been 10 minutes around that I'm messing with the intro part. So just to give it up. Okay, welcome back to our new video. In this video, I will share you about 3 points. First point, what is the interview process for the Erasmus programs, what they expect on their interview thing, like why there is some programs requiring interview phase for their program. And secondly, I will be sharing you about my interview experience, how it was at that time when I gave my interview, and what was my expectation, how was it went, and what were the common questions they asked me, how I respond to them, and then like those experiences truly valuable. And then I will also at that time I'll also sharing you about some experiences of my friends. I have asked them how their preparations or how their interview was like, and then was it similar to mine or a bit different. And I found that there is some bit different with some friends, and some have shared that they have the similar kind of experiences as like me. So that lessons will also be valuable for you. And lastly, I will share you some tips to be well organized and well prepared to kill the interview process. So let's begin with the thing that why there is interview for the Erasmus program. Ding, there is no music. Okay, yeah. So yeah, some Erasmus programs has interview. They ask for interview video at their application process, or some Erasmus programs may have application process, and then after that they can be having some interview process. And now I have already talked about all those steps requiring for the application process, and in this video let's share about interview process. And in the interview process, most of the times they are looking for is three things. First thing is like how well you are fit for the program. You have demonstrated your applications well, like your academic and then those things. But actually, how much well fitted you are for the program. And second, your adaptability. They want to see your adaptability, how you can adapt to the changing environment or the changing situations of your life. And then another, they want to see your communication skills, like how you can communicate effectively. Can you whether do a effective communication or not? Can you well present your ideas, your well present your what you want to say? Can you like be in a good communication with other fellow members in those? And then your ability to survive, like are you really the person who can survive even in the critical situations or even in the adverse situations. And those ideas they want to see. And others can include, like some programs may include your creative approach to solve a problem. For example, some dances program requires you to send your motivation video. They don't have an interview process, but they require your video. That means like this, and how you creatively edit or present yourself in a shorter time range. So that is the first part. Like that's why they may have a one interview kind of thing before actually selecting you for the rest of the thing. And secondly, let's talk about my experience. How was it and how it happened? If you have watched the chronological order video, then you may know that my interview was on April 10, which is 12th of 28 on Nepali date. So at that time, okay, let's remember those moments, and then let's share about my experience. Uh, it was a 1 p.m. at Nepal. That means like 9, around 9, starting 9:05 or 9:20 in France, or in Europe. And then I was like well prepared, and then I have wear the same shot because I love this shot. My sister has given this. And then After that, after wearing this shirt, I feel confident. So that was like just to feel comfortable. I feel this, and then I was only in the room, and then all everything I was already set up, like lighting, and then internet connectivity, everything, and I was already backed up with my data plan, because in Nepal, like there may be some disruption of the internet, and if there is any interrupt with the internet, then the sole responsibility comes down to me. So I was making sure that there will be no problem with all those things. I was all prepared. I have like seen all those lighting angles, from which directions I will feel comfortable with this. And then inside my room, if you have seen my international journey video, I have shown you, there's a one section where I used to put my books, copies, and everything. There is the usual place where I used to study, and then those things I like to like separate the places specifically. So that was the place for my study, and then those were for example, bed is for the sleeping. This part for here is like for the study. So if I sit here, then my subconscious mind, everything, my mind, everything already be prepared for the study. Similarly, I was making those things, and then I sat like on the that place, and then I was ready for, mentally ready for the interview. And at that time I was fearing like what will be the questions, and how I will be prepared, and then those where I was a little worried also. And before that I have asked uh, uh, before, like those who have been selected for the program, and then I have get some idea, but not that much. Because interviews are like always uncertain. Even like you are watching me, but you cannot be prepared by watching me, because there will be like changing environments for you, and there will be like another person taking the interview, and that will make drastically change. But the basic idea here I am trying to give you is like to present yourself very well and genuinely. That is what makes the difference. That doesn't matter, like even if you know all the questions that a person or your interviewer may be asking you, and you will write or will prepare for that. That doesn't matter, because that all matters is how you will organize, and how you can be genuinely presenting yourself during those precious 20 or 25 minutes of the interview process. Even if like you will all prepared, and then at that very moment you feel some bad, and then you started like doing some wrong, then it will make no sense. So that was my plan, was like being very comfortable during that time, and then at least try to present myself very genuinely, nothing else. Like I was making sure myself that I'll not be feared, I'll not be afraid, I'll not be in nervous. But as much whatever you thought, but there will be the chances that you will feel nervous in those things. And luckily like I started my interview, and then they introduced themselves. The setup was like there were two professors from two different universities, and they asked me, they introduced themselves, and they already have my all those informations, like my motivation letter, my CV, and my everything that I have given them. And that means like they have already a little bit of idea that who they are expecting now, and who is this guy. So they already knew about a little bit about me, that who this guy is. And then they introduced themselves. I don't remember their name even at that time, because I was in stress, in the intense situation. Though like I was smiling. That is what I have learned from other YouTube videos. Like I have watched other YouTube videos, how to prepare for the interview, how to prepare for Erasmus interview. There are some videos like they share common questions. Yeah, that was good. You can go and practice them. But in this video, I'm trying to give you the different things which are not already present in the internet. And they after introducing themselves, they like smilingly they said, just go for it, like introduce yourself, and what is your motivation behind applying for this program. Just let us know who you are, while you should be that person. Just start with your little introduction and your motivation. That was the first question for me. and I started giving my introduction, like how I came through, how what I studied, and what are those incidents in my life that triggered me for this program, and why I believe I should be the one that they should select. And then at that time I was sharing my experience or my incident of that thing, and then I see a little smile on one of the professor, and then I was getting the confidence that, oh, okay, nice now. And all those that when I was doing all those things are giving me a sense of comfortable with them. And I really like that they are also trying to give me a cozy vibe that, okay, don't be so much nervous, we are not alien or kind of thing. So that was what I liked, really liked. But it depends. For example, for me, whoever the interviewer, because I have not met them even after the 1 year of the program. Luckily, maybe I will meet them on future, or maybe we are on a different track. I don't know. I don't really remember. But that can different. Like for example, for you or for even like for some of my friends, they have a different interviewer. So it depends. It depends with like how you can find your relation with the interviewer in a very few first seconds. So that may differ with you, but whatever you may feel or whatever can come up in the moment, just try to calm yourself down, and then make sure that you don't get mad, or you don't get nervous on yourself. Try to keep the environment cozy and friendly with you first, very so that the ideal location for me, if I have to suggest you, is like go for it on your usual place. So the place where you know, where you live, where you, for example, don't go to a cafe and then give your interview. Don't go to some other odd places, or the new places, because you are not comfortable at that place. Here in this place I am very comfortable, like that place I was very comfortable. So choose the place where you feel very comfortable, because it's your interview. That means you are presenting yourself. So first you have to be comfortable with you. There should not be conflict in you that is saying like, hey, you cannot do, or there will be like that. So there is a constant voice already going on in us. So first make sure to be comfortable with yourself within, that there is a peace. Now you can speak up. So that was my strategy, and then I tried saying the first answer to the first question, and after that I was feeling comfortable. Okay, now okay, I'm getting a good kind of thing. And then after that the professor asked another question, like I don't really remember the questions now, but I have recorded a voice that later on I'll make this video if I got selected, and then I went that. And second question, I think they asked me about, okay, so the organization was this way, that there are two professors, and one of the professors was asking me about me as a general, uh, and like how I can cope up with the program, how I can move to another country, and even moving to the another country, how I can keep all those things like going on, how I can adapt to the new culture, how I can adapt to the new environment, or all those things. He was trying to learn, or trying to see how am I as a person be fit for the program, or be fit for the mobility nature of the program, and all those things. And there is another professor who was trying to evaluate me on the technical basis. Like for me it was not that technical or too technical, but be cautious that I was worried about how to prepare, whether it will be technical or not, because there are not that much guidelines. But I was prepared in both sense. But like at that time I see there is one another professor who was trying to see how technically fit I am for the program. So there is two perspective they are evaluating me, I guess. One is me as a person, maybe psychologically, whether I am a good fit for or all those kind of challenges that will be coming in the future or not. And another is technically whether am I fit for the program, how programs structure and my all those experiences will cope up with or not. And that really I can see those two different perspective of their directions. So first professor take the lead, and then he asked me all those questions like those. And then another professor asked questions about based on my CV, what are the technologies you have been he asked me like what is my position on the current job, and how is my experience going on as a current job, and what are the major roles I contribute in my job, and what are the projects I worked on there, and what technologies I use, and those things. And whatever I have mentioned in my resume, in my CV, he asked me about everything. Okay, for example, like you mentioned about this project, what was this about? And then I said like this is this and this is this, and this I did like this way. So one professor was going through the technical things, and then not really other technical questions he asked me, but he asked based on my CV and then those things, and then my experiences that I have mentioned there. And then he asked those things, and another professor asked me like he even asked me, Erasmus Mundus means like you have to leave your country and come to the another country. So how you can be coping with all those challenges? And then I said at that time, like I said, I am already being living alone, far from my family, and then I have been living in such a way far from my family, struggling with alone. So it's already been 5 to 7 years. So I think it will not be a major problem for me to go to the another country, because living in another city and another country is not that much difference. Is in it's already I have like overcome those challenges of being apart from your family. So I think that will not be the major challenges for me, but I am really excited to see those multicultural experiences and those things. So I was trying to convince them that those all those whatever the challenges will be on my way, I am really ready for it. I am really a good fit for that. I will cope up with all the challenges. I was trying to show them that way. And they even they asked me another question, which I even heard that my other friends had the similar experiences. He asked me like, you really have a good academics and good remarks, like you have a good academic records and those things, you can apply for other USA or whatever those things. So why are you applying for this program? Why is Europe first? So he asked me that, and then I said like I'm working at that time I was working on a Europe based company. So I said based on that, and then I even other things what I said is like how why I really like the Europe, why I like the contributions of the Europe on human civilizations and those things. I genuinely I really love that. I really loved because whatever history of human civilizations or scientific developments we studied, like we studied about the scientists and those who already are in the Europe or are originally from the Europe. So that was like really inspiring for me, and that was that what I told to him. And then after that he asked me like there are so many programs even within the Erasmus Mundus, so why you applied for this program? So at those points when they really wanted to know about the program you are applying for or those things, at that time you should try to be very genuine, like why you really wanted to be there. And then based on my past experiences, on my reasons of choosing the program, I shared my answers that For these reasons, and then because of those things that I see myself in the future, I'm choosing this program. Is this? And then at that time, maybe they may ask like, have you applied for other programs or not? If they ask in such a way, then be genuine. Like if you have applied for other programs, then share happily that yes, I have applied for other programs as well. And if they ask for the name or the status, that have you been selected or something like that, then be genuine at that point. I have not applied for other programs, so I don't remember if they ask me or not, but if they have asked, I would say the same. So if they ask for you that, then go for it. And I think that is almost, it happened for almost 20 to 25 minutes, and it went very well because I was already getting some confidence on myself, like okay, I'm now I'm good, I'm presenting myself, so it was good. It was not that stressed after a few minutes. But at that time, I asked my another friend who was not selected after the interview, and who was not selected after the interview. I asked him, and then he said like, I felt very bad at the very few minutes of the interview, and then I was already sure like I'll not be selected, and then my answers were always also not going good on that interview. So make sure that he said that like, questions were not the problem, but like I was not making myself like in a good response. So that was his problem. So try to be calm down yourself, and then try to reduce your nervousness, and try to feel comfortable first, and then try to answer the questions with understanding. If you don't understand the question, then you can kindly ask to repeat the question, but be very genuine and be very comfortable with you first. So these were my experiences. And I have asked questions like how their interview process and their interview experiences was with my few of my friends. And then I came to know that there were really few technical questions for few of my friends. So that means like it may depend, because there is no single person or just 2% taking interview for all those 300 or 400 students. So there will be like there will be many people, many interviewer taking the interviews, and at that time like it depends on who will be taking the interview for you. So if the person is like more related to the technical mindset, then he may go for the technical thing. If the person is more related to other aspect, then he may go for the other things. So basically the idea is like they will try to evaluate you based on your fitness for the program and your adaptability and your survival for the program after coming here. So they wants to make sure that they will not choose the wrong candidate for that. After you coming here will be struggling on those things. So I think that is the purpose of interviewing the students. So make sure that, and then be prepared for those things, and be prepared for kind of like technical things in your program. For example, like if you are applying for the cyber security and those things, then go through the programs website for many times, because always be ready for the programs, like where the mobility countries are, what are the universities. If you find some relevant guidelines or whatever in the website, go through the websites, read their requirements, policies, and everything over and over again. So every Erasmus already selected students, candidates, when I reached out to them about like asking about how to prepare for the interview, they said 1 year ago, they said like, go through the program's website, and then read every details, every information over and over again, and be prepared for that. And then review your CV several times, because they will be asking many questions based on your CV. They may not go outside of your CV, but they will be like asking very fine details within your CV. So be sure that whatever you have put on your CV, you are ready for it, you know everything on your CV. So be prepared for those things. So some of my friends said that one of my current batchmates said that the interviewer asks her what is the difference between classes and objects. So it depends on, like, you can get some technical questions also, maybe not that much too depth technical or something, but the very idea of the interview is like to see how you fit for the program on those different criterias. So these were my experiences and a few tips from my friends' interview experience. So now let's talk about how you can kill it, literally kill it. So see, if you know what they expect, then you can give them what they expect. So be prepared for that. Go through the program's website and then see what they are really trying to expect from you, and be prepared for that. First thing, make yourself like good looking, wear those whatever clothes you feel comfortable with, trim your beards, make your hair, everything. Be prepared for that. Feel comfortable on yourself, be confident on yourself. You can practice making the video, or looking at the mirror, or whatever the ways, or calling your mother or your friends and then explaining anything. Do like that. And then another thing is practice English. If you are not from English speaking country, obviously practice your English and then those things, because your interview will be like for the communications skills also, how you can present yourself, how your skill, communication skill is. So you will have to speak in the English, how fluent your English is. So practice on all those things also. It's not only the technical things they will be evaluating. Even if you like fail to give technical answers very quickly, they may understand that you are under the pressure, you are under the stress, so you are feeling nervous now. But your other facts, like other areas of your communicating, your delivering the ideas, your calmness, your other things may be like the good part. So they may consider overall you are the good fit. So all those things. And then like make sure that you have the proper internet connection, you light your light is on your face and everything is good. And try to make eye contact with the interviewer, so there is like no doubt on that. Don't look on any paper, or do like this, don't talk like this. These are the basic things, but those basic things counts. So always be prepared, like look prepared, be prepared. And then always even if you don't know the answer, be genuine that I have done this, but I really don't know the now. Or you can forget the things, you can be, but try to cope up on the moment. So all those are the really, I think, helpful points for you to prepare for your interview process. You have made up to this point, so go for it. Be ready for it, and I wish you all luck for your interview process, and I wish you good luck for your interview selections. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you are enjoying my videos. If you are getting help from my videos, consider subscribing and share with your beloved one. Thank you.